Hello and welcome to Kitchencountercrafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? And now let's get on with today's video. So I just went ahead and decided I'm just gonna keep working on my tax envelope return deal file thingies. And I forgot to show you on the last envelope video, which I just uploaded, this one here, it's like a specimen one. I thought that turned out great. It has a nice big huge window, and note to self, I actually put in a dried plant and then I forgot to distress it, so I went ahead and stamped and distressed after I put the thing in, and you can see all the lovely crumblies in there, but you know, whatever. So I'm hoping it's going to add to that distressed look. But down here, I actually just ended up gluing that top part right there. I just ran a bead of glue so that I could have a little pocket down here. And as I showed in that last video, what you do is you just grab a 1/4 inch circle punch and just punch out a little bit so that you can see that it's a little pocket. So anyway, just kind of turned out cute. A little bit of lavender in there that I'm terribly allergic to, by the way. But anyway, it's all safely tucked away behind a Glassine envelope, and hopefully I'll be gifting that to an unsuspecting friend, I guess. I hope they're not allergic to it either. But anyway, here's a couple of the things that I made in the last video, and if you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description box. And so here are some of the goodies from the last video. And what I decided to do was, you know, hey, I'm kind of on my way making some of these things. So I wanted to go ahead and put a whole junk journal together using mainly my nice big tax return documents. That's the word I was looking for, tax returns. So what happened is I didn't want to make a whole journal out of these because here's what was going on. They were all going to be facing the same direction. So I decided what I'm going to do is, you know, turn one way, turn the other one this way, so that there is a little bit of a variety when you are flipping through the junk journal. I was going to make 3 signatures, but I'm afraid that's going to be way too thick for this guy. So I think I'm going to stick with 2. And which 2 am I going to go with? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the 2 that go together because these 2 kind of look the same. Actually, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to toss that guy off to the side. So all I did for the signatures is just took the envelope itself and just folded it up because it's nice and thick. And hopefully by the time you are kind of poking holes in that, it'll be fine. So for this journal, I actually have 3 tax return documents, 1 signature, 2 signature, and then this one was a little bit larger than the other 2 envelopes. So you can see the size, it's like that. And so maybe like, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch larger. And so it'll fit in nicely. But what I've been running into lately is that when I make my junk journals, it's, you know, when you don't have anything other than paper and you start actually using these to write in, they're gonna start falling apart pretty quickly on you. So I'm having to like use a little bit of duct tape and things like that. So I wanna avoid that as much as I can. So I just went ahead and took this, this envelope, and I wanted, again, one of the things I noticed is that people just kind of cover up everything about it, but I like knowing what the junk journal was made out of. So I tucked in just a book page in here, and it's a book page that's kind of like a magazine, so it's pretty thick, and I just kind of tucked that in. And then what I decided to do is use this beautiful fabric that I got at Walmart of all places, and I'm going to now use this as the cover. So hopefully with the fabric and everything else, it's going to be pretty good. And I wish I could show you what I do, but it's really not that magical. All I did was I kind of cut a piece of fabric just a little bit longer to down here, just folded it up and stitched on the sides. I didn't even stitch in the center because I want all of this here, and if I want to tuck some stuff in, then that way it's extra pockets. I also like to just stitch a little bit of ribbon, and this is I think it's just from a curtain, or yeah, it's a sheer of some sort, sheer fabric. And then I can close that up. So I do one side that's short and then the other one super long so that you can wrap it around and then tie it. Okay, that's the cover construction. Hopefully you got all that. And then I made little pockets here. And again, I'm not sewing this in because it's gonna be stitched in with the signatures. Okay, now onto the signatures. So this, I love it because this is also an envelope, so that just makes me happy. Now for the signatures, like I said, I'm using 2 envelopes. Actually, I'm gonna move this cover and just set it off to the side because it's kind of in the way. It's making my vibe kind of go bad. So what I did was I gathered up some papers, and I will show you what these look like. Oh yeah, I fixed my video. I was like working way down here and I couldn't figure out what I did, but I guess it was tilted at the wrong angle. So I have some graph paper here, just some extra photocopies from stuff from church. Then this is where I spray painted with gold spray paint on butcher paper, like meat packing paper, some playing cards, and hopefully one of these days I will do a video on that, on what I'm doing with them. But I just, you know, you can't bear to throw anything away, so there you go, there's that. Some binder paper, scrapbook paper. Okay, who would make scrapbook paper as binder paper? I don't understand that. It came in a big set of scrapbook, like odds and ends. I'm still kind of at a loss because, you know, you can buy binder paper at like 100 sheets for like 50 cents when it's time. Some coffee dyed paper, some more like actual scrapbook paper that I don't really care for, but it's got blues in it. Some writing tablet paper. This is a song sheet from the play my daughter's in right now. And a coloring page, which I like because they're pretty thick, so it adds a little bit of bulk. And then some really great atlases from a kid's atlas book, and I'm gonna put those aside because I'm actually gonna probably glue those onto these signatures to give them a little bit of interest. And then some calendar pages. So I don't know how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and I couldn't bear to do 10 now, could I? Okay, well, you know what? Those all work together. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm gonna kind of put these in half because they are gonna be for my 2 signatures. So that's gonna work out just great. And one of the things I think I should probably be doing, you know what, I need to cut all of these to the same height. So, hang on. Okay. So one of the things that you can do, that graph paper was super short, so I just kind of put that in half, but the other ones kind of look like they're all about the same. So to save some time, you can take a metal envelope. I got envelopes in my head. Metal ruler and just push it down, and then you can use these scraps for later. There we go. Nothing is wasted. And then you get this really nice jaggedy edge. And then I am going to just kind of figure out where the half is. Because I know you don't want to just sit here and watch me tear each sheet one by one. I know it's so fascinating. Some people go to sleep to stuff like that, not me. I like it quiet, but some people do. Ah, where's that going? No. Okay, hold on. That almost ended in wreckage. Oh, that would have been terrible. Okay, I think I'm trying to do too many sheets at one time. Let's do this. So now I've got that lovely rotten tear, but that's okay. All right, let's go in there again. This is just how it is when you journal with me. There, just like a Band-Aid. All right. goes with that sheet. That goes here, and I'm gonna do the same here. Okay, anytime you have a weird cut like that, you can either tear it off, or what the professionals do, well, the professionals don't tear it up like this, but what the pros do is they use washi tape. So I learned that from the pro, who is Pam at the Paper Outpost, as I wreck this journal. All right, you know there's a thing called wreck this journal, so you could actually wreck this journal. All right, there we go. That looks pretty decent. Whew, made it. Like, started sweating there for a bit. All right, there's that set, and then this set. And then what I wanted to do is to actually add a few other sheets here and there, just so that both of the signatures are not identical. I know that some people really like having the same exact signature, but it doesn't matter. It's up to you. Both of these lovely pads I got at the Dollar Tree. And so I'm going with kind of the blue theme and yellow. It's like blues and yellows, and I'm gonna put this one this way. No, yeah, no, yes, this way. Okay, so this one will go this way, and that one will go there. So those are 2 pads. And then here's some of that really pretty planner paper from 2020, which I don't know about you, but I don't really want to remember 2020. And look at what I did in 2020. Absolutely nothing, because my planner is totally blank. But we are making junk journals, so, you know, not wasted. Okay, they both have really pretty butterflies on them, so I'm going to use one in one and one in the other. Other in the other. One in one. Other. One another. Don't know what I'm saying. Okay. One top, one bottom. Top and bottom. Doesn't matter which one. There's those 2. So now I've got like 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sheets. That's a little better. Oh, yes. And I forgot. So in the last video, I talked about how you can cut up when you cut up these documents to make those glassine envelopes, you actually end up with the other half like this, and you can use that as paper in your junk journal. Look at how pretty this is. I mean, seriously, so much journaling space. So I am going to use that in there as well. I don't know where should I do? I'm going to do it right here. Kind of just randomly placed. And so I put that one in that one, and then I don't know if I want to put this in here. Yeah, I'll go with kind of the similar look. Should I? Wait. Let me think about that. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Oh, yes. Now I remember. I was going to show you this. So I made some tags out of hymnals, and my friends just about chastised me because they were horrified that I would actually cut up a hymnal as if, I guess it is a sacred book. It says sacred hymnal. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, good. It says service book and hymnal, so I thought it said sacred hymnal, which I don't think hymnals are all that sacred. But anyway, the way I got this hymnal was like this. So, of course, you know, I mean, you want to give it new life, because look at that. Nobody's going to do anything with it other than put it in the trash. And then where is your sacred hymnal? So at least I'm using it. And so I got it like this. And so that's my disclaimer in case anybody wants to leave me hate comments about using that. Not that you would, because you guys are pretty sweet. So I'm going to use a couple of these because I think they're just really pretty. And the paper is really very onion skin thin, and I think it adds to the great crinkle factor, which I'm not gonna measure this at all. Ooh, that one's already torn. Okay, so there, that's gonna go in here, scattered in here as well. I think what I'm gonna do is, I don't want it to say the communion, I'm gonna use the bottom parts, and I'm gonna put both of those in the center because they're little. Oh, you know, they would actually go really well inside the little pockets too. Okay, don't know. Maybe that might be a pocket. And I'm so indecisive today. I don't know what is going on with me. It took me forever to just even think about what I was doing. And then, I don't know, just having all kinds of issues. Yes, I could probably cut this faster in a paper cutter, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up. A friend of mine actually keeps this little edge. She thinks it adds interest, and I'll be honest, it's beautiful in her journal. But I'm gonna be writing in this one, and so I really don't want those jagged edges. Okay, and I'm gonna put all of these out so I can align them. Now, you have a choice right now to fix the edges on this so that they all lay flat, and kind of line up, not lay flat, they're already flat. But one of the things I really like doing is if you have a paper that's this far out, I like bending it in so that you can make a little journaling tuck spot or something like that. So don't be in a hurry to cut everything up, but you can start kind of layering these so that they kind of, I like the papers the way that they were, and I'm gonna just see. Oh, I need to fold it up to the signature. So where's my signature? There it is. So I'm going to do this. And again, I know that this is not like the normal way that people line up papers for their signature, but I like it this way because I like having papers that are like small, big, small, big. So it just makes sense in my head, and it probably makes absolutely zero sense in anybody else's head, but you know what? It's my journal and it's my story, and I'm sticking with it. So you've got a few edges here, but this one is majorly jutting out. So what I'm going to do is bend it this way, and then I'm going to bend it this way, and it'll get kind of folded in right here. Holy moly, I'm just kind of messing this whole thing up. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Like I meant to do it that way all along. Okay, and then if you had a bone folder, you would be using that. Oh, you know what you can use is your scissors. So you don't have to have any special tools or anything. Here's the thing about special tools. If you're organized, it's great. But if you're unorganized like me, well, I can't find them. Is it just me who has that problem? I don't know. Ooh, that one got not folded very well. I'll refold it because I don't care. All right, so I guess I could have done it that way too. Whatever. All right, this writing is going down. I just want to make sure on that. All of this is looking good. And I just need to cut this one. I mean, cut it. Just kidding. Fold it. Okay. And so now it's just this edge that is out, and then the rest of them look pretty good. So I'm going to give it a trim. There we go. I'm gonna give it a little trim here too, because a little bit of that edge was sticking out. Making sure everything is in the right direction. That is wrong. That's upside down. Oh, hello. That's upside down. That's right side up. That's upside down. Okay. This is why we do another check to make sure your writing is in the right direction. Ask me how I know that. Because I made this huge junk journal with like a ton of signatures. Half of it was upside down, half of it was the right way. And then I just was like, you know what, forget it. I'm not sewing this again. So I ended up like gluing stuff over the writing, and it was just bad. I should have just cut it and swallowed my pride and started from the very get-go. Guess what? I'm gonna check it one more time before I decide to sew everything in. And so there's your signature. Ta-da! One done and another one to go. So now I'm kind of just trimming up a little bit of the top too, so that it's not too yucky and weird looking. Some of these are sticking out, so I'm gonna trim that up too, because I don't want, especially look at that yellow, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Awful. That's gonna bother me later. Some of this stuff absolutely does not bother me, but if it's sticking out like a sore thumb like that, you bet it's gonna bother me. As I try not to cut that folded one. By the way, I've done that too, where I folded a piece of paper, loved it, and then I was like, oh, these are not matching up, cut it off by accident. And then I was like, well, that's okay, just use it as scrap somewhere else. So there's one signature done. That didn't take, well, it took kind of a long time, 10, 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this other one, and then put the signatures together into my cover. So these are gonna get sewn in here, and I am going to show that in just a minute. Okay, so let me work fast here. Actually, what I'll do is maybe, let's see. I don't think I need to go through all of the other rigmarole to show what I did, but I am gonna cut that and fold these. So just gonna hang out with me for a little bit, and while I fold, do the same thing. This one I'm doing a little different because the other one went kind of crazy. Oops, I got that gold edge. I don't know why I did it that way, but that's okay. And then this one. That's some thick binder paper, scrapbook paper. Yeah, I know, it's weird. I don't know if I like it. Well, I'm using it, so I guess I gotta get over it. Why is that not sticking out so much? That's weird. You know, in that other one, other signature, it was really kind of coming out. And I was thinking about all of this today because it's Saturday, and I was like, oh, you know, now people know what I do on a Saturday night. How about that? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it, even though I'm not seeing it. I'm just going for it now. Yep, welcome to Saturday night at my house. It's all about folding paper and recycling bill envelopes. You know what though? It's relaxing for me, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And I don't know, it's just kind of gratifying, I think. Okay, so for this one, I know that this is going to be longer, so I'm going to bring this one up to the edge, fold it that way. See, it's longer. Why was it not showing up like that? That's so weird. Okay, so it's going to get bent in. Oh, that's so pretty. And again, just a coloring page. I know everybody has these adult coloring books laying around, and if you're not coloring every single page, like I bought some and then I'm like, whew, that's a lot of work. And so I didn't color some and colored others, and that's just kind of how it ended up being. So this guy is like left out, and he's sticking out quite a bit. This is that other tax envelope. Do I use it? What do I do with it? Yeah, I'll use it, but now I'm gonna have to trim it up. Okay, okie doke. So another signature done, and as you can tell, this one is a lot taller than the others. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. If you watch my other videos, you know that's really not my claim to fame at all. So I have two signatures now that are ready to be put in, and I am going to actually stop right here because I have some other videos that show how to insert signatures, but this is my junk journal made with tax envelopes. And hopefully in a little while, maybe tomorrow on Sunday after church, I will get a chance to work in this really lovely journal and even maybe start writing in it or something like that, and really try and get rid of some of these with washi tape. It's the parts that I tore off and ripped, but you know, again, these look really pretty in here. So that is how this signature looks. And then here is the beginning of the next signature. And what I'm going to do is use some of these Glassine little windows that I made with the other bill tax envelope, tax return envelopes. I'm going to put these in here as well. And this is something that I made last time. And honestly, I could even, maybe I'm going to swap this signature out because this guy is ready to roll. So guess what? This is what that signature is going to look like. Ta-da! So really pretty and has the blues in it. So there we go. One signature and two signature. I decided just to put that in the front. And voila, we are done with a junk journal. So just needs to be sewn in and then embellished, and we are good to go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you will keep your envelopes from your tax returns and make something really lovely and beautiful that you can enjoy for days to come. And until the next time, bye.